Hi y'all, welcome to the September edition of my 6 Grateful Things list. So for my first grateful thing, I wanted to say that I'm grateful for the social media vacay that I took. So I took a break from social media for about 21 days, and I did it for spiritual reasons, for growing closer to God. I think sometimes social media can be a distraction. I do think it has its benefits and its positives, but I think at times it can be a distraction and it can almost become an idol. And so I was able to really just focus in on God, but also to focus in the moments, not be hanging out with friends or at a festival and like immediately posting it to Instagram or immediately posting it to Twitter or Facebook or whatever. I was just really focusing on the moment, really enjoying things in the moment, and I'm trying to live on social media in a balanced way. For my second grateful thing, I'm grateful for learning more about prayer this month. We are reading Timothy Keller's book called Prayer as a Church. We did this prayer fasting initiative for 21 days, and we also are reading this book, the prayer book, and we're also doing our Bible study on prayer. And so I'm just learning a lot more about prayer. I think I've been a Christian for a while. I've been a Christian, since like 2000. I'm really dedicated to God, I'm saved person since like 2004. I think sometimes you get into these routines where you think you know stuff, but you really need to get deeper. And there's just so much that I'm learning about prayer, and I want to learn more about prayer, and I want to get deeper in my relationship with God. I don't want to get into this staleness. And I think sometimes we get into these stale moments because we're like, oh yeah, I'm in a relationship with God, everything's all right. But then things can get very dry if we're not pushing ourselves to learn more about God, if we're not pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone. And so I've been enjoying the prayer book and the prayer Bible study, and really having a more balanced prayer life, something that I personally am trying to work on, trying to be more just sensitive to His Spirit and really listening to Him. I think sometimes I'll hearing God say something to me, but I'll ignore it or do my own thing. And the thing is, my life is not mine. My life is His. And so I'm working on being better with living in His will. And when He tells me to do something, actually doing it and not ignoring Him. For my third grateful thing, I'm grateful for the cruise that I went on this month. So y'all, if you have never ever gone on a cruise, go on one. They are fabulous. This is the first time I went on a cruise. I went on a New England, Canada cruise, and the cruise stopped in Bar Harbor and Portland, Maine, and St. John, New Brunswick, and Halifax, Nova Scotia. The cruise was really fun. I went by myself as a present to myself, a present from my parents actually, for completing my master's degree in social work. And so I went on this cruise, and I was able to really just explore different places. Maine and the parts of Canada that we went to aren't that far, in driving distance. But the experience of being on a cruise is something that I want to experience, and I think everyone should experience. The hospitality, the service is awesome. Food sometimes is good, sometimes not. Don't expect your mama's home cooking on the cruise. It's not gonna happen. But for the most part, the food is good. I went on some tours of places in Canada, and just learning about the richness of that region was great, because I'm kind of a history geek. I enjoyed hearing about just Canada and just getting out of the United States and seeing another region and seeing how other people run countries and do things. I definitely want to go on more cruises. I also met a mother and a daughter on the cruise who I became friends with, and I think it was day 3 that I met them, and from that day on I just kind of just hanging out with them, and it was great. For my fourth grateful thing, I recently got to see John Mark McMillan in concert with the Brilliance, and I think the guy's name is LaPierre. I'm saying his name right. LaPierre, I think. Anywho, I always wanted to see John Mark McMillan. It's so hard to see like Christian music artists up here for some reason. It's like they come like once every 5 years or something. And I had already missed John Mark McMillan in like February. And I was like, I'm not missing him again. I went by myself. I'm that adventurous person that will like, if I don't have someone to go with me to a concert, I'll just do it. This life is too short. YOLO. You only live once. So I got to see him. I had a VIP pass, so I was able to hear a private sort of VIP show and like ask all of the musicians questions. Got to just talk one-on-one with John Mark McMillan, which made my day because he's such an awesome musician and just songwriter, and how he loves is like, I think, one of his greatest songs that he's written. So I was able to hear a lot of his new music too. So it was just fabulous. I really enjoyed it. I'm such a concert person. For my fifth grateful thing, I'm grateful for just lots of things going on in church. I just mentioned the church prayer fasting initiative we had, but we also have had a lot of like worship nights, church-wide worship night, and then a young adult worship night. We also recently had a church-wide picnic. So I've been enjoying those times of just fellowshipping with other Christians, and really, sorry y'all, my nose is like terribly itchy. I'm not trying to like scratch it. Just being real. But yeah, I've really enjoyed those times of just fellowship, being with other people, and being with God. The Bible talks about not forgetting about the assembly of ourselves, and it's super important for us to be around our brothers and sisters in Christ, and to really just worship God in a corporate way. For my sixth grateful thing, I am super duper excited about the arrival of pumpkin flavored things, of just like pumpkin spice things, of like, everything's very like cinnamony and nutmeggy, making up words. But there's just a lot of like warm fall flavors because it's fall time, and I love pumpkin spice stuff. Pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin donuts, pumpkin bread, lots of just pumpkin flavors, just warm flavors. Like, just, I don't know, I like an apple cider. I'm so excited about apple cider. And apple cider donuts, y'all. Yes, yes. But anywho, that is my list. Let me know what you're grateful for at the end of this post. I'd love to know. Deuces.